how do they end up handling that, Lisa? Because let's not forget, Lion Ted, Little Marco. I mean, these were his rivals for a long time, and here they're going to be taking the stage and making the case for Donald Trump.
Well, I think the focus is going to be more on Ted Cruz, and I think what Ted Cruz is doing is actually looking at 1976 and what happened with Reagan. And I think he wants this to be his Reagan moment. And I think he did it by choosing a vice presidential candidate.
Rick's shaking his head. Why are you shaking your head?
No, he may hope that.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. In fact, when the convention in Kansas City was brought to a standstill for more than an hour by a demonstration for Ronald Reagan in 1976, when President Ford had the nomination locked up, it occurred at the moment Reagan's name was placed in nomination. Cruz did not attempt to have that happen here. So when he gets it to make the speech, those are my people.
Those are your people.
Those are my people.
They love you, and every time you get ready to make a salient point, they honk for you. We love Brit Hume. Yeah. Go on.
They're watching in the.
Oh, I know they're watching. The little conductor Boothe there,
right.
They're going, he's talking, we love him.
They're watching on their phones and iPads, right?
But I'm hanging on your every word, so please.
Well, I was just going to say, what's interesting about Cruz is that he had the same insight about the electorate this year that Trump had. When he arrived in the Senate, to use the Senate as a platform from which to run for president. And he knew that the electorate was disaffected with the insiders. Well, the guy's an ultimate insider. You know, Princeton, Harvard Law, Supreme Court law clerk, member of the Bush administration, Solicitor General of the state of Texas, glittering establishment credentials. And he set about the task of making himself appear to be an outsider by alienating almost every one of his Republican colleagues. It helped him politically. It didn't help them very much, but it helped him politically. And then what happened to him was he got beat by a real outsider.
But I think the point I was trying to make is not that it's going to work for Ted Cruz, but I think that's what he wants to happen. He chose a vice presidential candidate early, similar to Ronald Reagan. And this entire spectacle that has happened from Ted Cruz supporters, it's not about this election. It's about setting Ted Cruz up for 2020.
So, Lisa,
that's what Ted Cruz is eyeing.
Would you tell him to make a full-throated endorsement?
I don't think he's going to. I think he'll do some of similar to what we've seen from Speaker Paul Ryan or Mitch McConnell.
Will he indicate he's for him?
Pardon?
Will he say he's for him?
I don't know. What do you think?
What's the point of having him on stage if he's not even going to say he's for him? Like, I don't get that.
You've got to leave it there, guys.
I trust your judgment, Brett.